Have a good day everyone. Today we will see how to create a stairways dynamic block. Okay, let's see. Drawing units, even enter, millimeters, okay. Go line, L enter. First point, length 750, enter. Exit, offset, distance 200, enter. Exit, repeat offset 25, distance, select multiple M, enter, click, 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 exit, go line, L, enter, create line, exit, repeat line, repeat line, repeat line, repeat line, repeat line, okay. Exit, mirror, MI, enter, select object, mirror line, enter, okay. Go polyline, PL, enter, start point, click, exit, repeat polyline, exit, mirror, MI, enter, select object, mirror line, enter, circle, C, enter, center point, okay. Select object, layer change, arrow, okay. Now go block, B, enter, block name, stairway, select object, enter, pick point, block unit, millimeters, open in block editor, okay. Now go parameters, base point, parameter, linear, repeat linear, repeat linear, okay. Select linear parameter, right click, select similar, go properties, number of grids 1, okay. Exit, distance 1, select, go properties, rename, width, enter, distance 2, rename, 200, enter, select 200, go value set, this type, increment, select this increment 200, enter, dist minimum 200, enter, okay. Exit, select distance 3 parameter, go properties, rename 225, enter, select 225, go value set, increment, this type increment, this increment 225, enter, this minimum 225, enter, okay. Exit, select distance 4 parameter, rename 250, enter, value set, this type increment 250, enter, this minimum 250, enter, okay. Exit, distance 5, select, rename 275, enter, value set, increment, this increment 275, enter, this minimum 275, enter. Exit, this distance 6, rename 300, enter, value set, increment select, this increment 300, enter, this minimum 300, enter, okay, exit, this 7, rename 325, enter, value set, set increment, this increment 325, enter, this minimum 325, enter, okay, exit. Now go action, stretch, select parameter, parameter point, stretch frame, select object, enter, okay, action, stretch, select parameter, parameter point, stretch frame, select object, enter, okay, action, array, select parameter 200, parameter, select object, selection cycling on, okay, select object, click, select 200 length line, okay, select line, select line, okay, enter, distance between column 200, enter, okay, action, array, select 225 parameter, select object, click, select 225 length line, okay, select, okay, enter, distance between column 225, enter, okay, action, array, select parameter, select object, select line, select line, enter, distance between column 250, enter, array, select 275 parameter, select object, select line, select line, enter, distance between column 275, enter, array, select 300 parameter, select object, select line, select line, enter, distance between column 300, enter, array, select parameter, select object, select line, select line, enter, distance between column 325, enter, okay, go parameters, alignment, click, parameter, flip, click, okay, go actions, move, select parameter, parameter point, select object, select alignment parameter, enter, select move, go properties, distance 0.5, enter, okay, exit, action, move, select parameter, parameter point, select flip parameter, select, enter, select move one, go properties, distance 0.25, enter, okay, exit, action, flip, select flip parameter, enter, select object type, all, enter, enter. Okay, go parameters, visibility point, go visibility status, rename 200, enter. Select, set current. Okay, go visibility, select 200, click make invisible, select object, select object, select object, enter. Okay, go visibility mode, click. Okay, visibility, select 225, make invisible, select object, select, 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 go selection cycling, select object, select, select, enter. Okay, visibility, select 250, make invisible, select object, select object, select, 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 select. Okay, select, select line, select, select line, select, select line, select, select line, enter. Okay, go visibility, select 250 arrow off, make invisible, select object, select, enter, make invisible, select, select, enter, make invisible, select, enter. Okay, go visibility, select 275, make invisible, select object, select object, select, 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 enter, go visibility, select 300, make invisible, select object, select, 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 enter. Okay, go visibility, select 325, make invisible, select, select, deselect, deselect. Okay, enter. Okay, okay, no issue. Okay, now save block, close block editor. Okay, let's see, stretch, select 200, okay, see you in the next video. Have a nice day.